Hello folks, this is Sula here with another one of my old commentary videos from League of Legends. This continues the series featuring the official ButtonMasherz team as they progress through a Go for LOL Cup tournament, this time against a team named Kings of Leona. This video was originally recorded on July 22nd, 2011. Enjoy! Hello folks, this is Sula again. You're listening to another commentary for League of Legends. This is a tournament match taken from the Go for LOL Cup number 20, sponsored by the NESL. It is featuring the official ButtonMasherz team matched up against another team known as Kings of Leona. So up at the top on the blue side of the map, we have the official ButtonMasherz team. We have Cheesy Fries playing as Malzahar, Funky Butt Lover playing as Tarek, Dark Cloud playing as Corki, QQ playing as Yorick, and Gun Crazed playing as Jarvan IV. On the other side of the map, on the purple side, we have the team Kings of Leona. You can see Noob John is playing as Janna, Daniel Reptar is playing as Ashe, Xenoball, I guess, well, maybe I'll just go with Snowball, playing as Warwick, Mexecutionator playing as Annie, and Asher Roth playing as Sion, and you can see each side's starting items and summoners right there. Now, I have not had a chance to comment this match yet, so apologies in advance if I miss First Blood or miss any of the kills. I will do my best to keep track of the action, but I have not seen this before. I'm trying to go through quite a bit of replays for this tournament and don't really have time to both preview the games and also cast them at the same time. This is the third match that the ButtonMasherz team has played in this tournament. They had a round 2 victory. Well, they had a bye in the first round. Then in the second round, they defeated a team known as For My Knee Grows. In the third round, they beat a team known as Bubble Bubble Pop, and we are now actually in the quarterfinals for this particular Go for LOL tournament. So down to the final 8 teams remaining, and they are matched up against this team known as Kings of Leona. Anyway, it looks like ButtonMasherz team may be interested in going for a jungle invasion. Not sure. There is a clairvoyance right here going to spot them. We'll see if they decide to go in and fight at level 1. They do have a pretty decent level 1 team. Malzahar has, I believe he's charged up his Voidling. Yes, has charged up his Voidling. They do have the Tarek stun, so there it is. Stun coming in on Xenoball, the Warwick player right there. But it looks like the other team, Kings of Leona, has backed out. Oh, Janna Tornado getting in a lot of damage. Looks like it was a full channel duration. And ultimately, I don't think that really worked out. ButtonMasherz took more damage than they really dealt, weren't able to get a kill. So it looks like that was a level 1 fight that didn't really go their way. But in any case, everybody going to split up, head back to lanes. 3 members of the team heading over here in order to start blue buff. It looks like they're going to get a pull on that golem, probably from Cheesy Fries. For anyone who hasn't seen this before, you have someone help your jungler out by hitting the golem once or twice so it pulls the aggression, and there it is right there. So Cheesy Fries is going to pull the aggression. Now the golem will walk towards him. Right now, it'll stop and reset and go back to Gun Crazed, but that allows your jungler to get started while taking less damage than they would otherwise. So Gun Crazed will pick up that blue buff. Shouldn't have any real difficulty. You'll see the smite coming out any second now. A little bit early, but no real issue. It's able to go back to lane. So let's go through, try to look at the laning matchups. Up here in top lane, we have QQ playing as Yorick. I haven't seen who he's up against. Let's see who's missing right now. Looks like he's going to be up against Sion on the other team. Sion being played by Asher Roth. Haven't seen him yet, so QQ's getting a bit of an edge. There we go. There's that Lumberjack Sion. QQ has started with a Doran's Blade. Asheroth has a boot and 3 health pots on Sion. Meanwhile, middle lane, we have Cheesy Flies playing as Malzahar, has a boot and 3 health pots, has already drank one of them, probably from that level 1 fight. Playing as Malzahar, up against Mexecutionator playing as Annie. Same starting items, boots and 3 health pots, pretty standard. So Cheesy Fries harassing with his Malefic Visions there. It's going to be a matchup between Malzahar's Malefic Vision, harass, and pushing the lane up against Annie's stun on her passive. So I'll have to see how that goes. Meanwhile, down here in bottom lane, we have a Corki and Tarek bottom lane. Dark Cloud playing as Corki. Funky Butt Lover playing as Tarek, and there's the word getting tossed down over there. Very strong bottom lane. Dark Cloud has taken a lot of harass here. He's going to need some Tarek heals to come in, put him back up to full health. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Daniel Reptar playing as Ashe, and a Janna player, Noob John, playing as Janna. Another very strong combo right there, Ashe Janna, one of my favorites. A combo that's more geared towards late game than early game, though. Ashe and Janna, not too great in the lane, but the longer the game goes on, the better they do. Anyway, looks like Gun Crazed is setting up here for a very early jungle Jarvan gank. There's a clairvoyance. We can see that Xenoball is over in the jungle at his red buff, jungling his Warwick. There's the other jungler right there. So anyway, going to keep an eye on this. Going to wait to see if they choose to go for this. Annie player does have her stun up, though, so not sure if they're going to go for it. And indeed, looks like Guncrazed is just going to go back to jungling. He's going to back off there and not go for that particular attempt at a kill. Anyway, right now, Dark Cloud, Funky Butt Lover pushing on that tower. Got in a little bit of harass on the tower. Reptar has gotten a bit low. The one weakness of Janna as a support in lane is that Janna does not have any kind of heal, just the shield. So if you can trade damage, trade harassment back and forth, it's to your advantage if you have a heal in here. Now, don't get me wrong, Janna is great, but in the laning phase, she's definitely weaker than some of the others. If they can land a Taric stun, it'd be very good. Anyway, Xenoball trying to hit a gank here on QQ, but looks like he's going to be just fine. Looks like he's going to make it back without any real issue. Warwick not very good at trying to gank lanes until he hits level 6 and gets his ultimate. Relatively weak up until that happens. So, doesn't come anything out of that. Nice attempt, but didn't work. Guncraze going back to base. We'll see what items he picks up on his trip back. Let's see. It looks like he has most of a Madrid's. Not quite able to finish it there. Does have the cloth armor and the longsword. Meanwhile, down here in lane, Dark Cloud, Funky Butt Lover, it looks like they're dominating this lane. I'm going to check the farming stats here so we can see Dark Cloud 28 minion kills now. Daniel, Reptar, only 10, so they are absolutely crushing this bottom lane. You can tell by the fact that it's always pushed back here by the tower, just completely dominating this bottom lane right now. Daniel, Reptar barely farming at all. Interesting that he chose to start with the 3 health pots and not a Doran's Blade. I guess that's because he doesn't have a healer on his side. Again, just Noob John there in order to provide shields, but of course can't actually heal damage. So they're getting in a lot of pressure on this tower, gotten in a lot of harass. Daniel Reptar really is not getting very much farm, so this lane is going extremely well for the ButtonMasherz thus far, and indeed that tower is eating most of these minions. Let's see, I think Daniel Reptar was able to get 1 or 2 of them, but 32 to 16, 2-to-1 advantage right there overall in farm. Let's take a look at middle lane. Oh, right now the 2 junglers have found one another in the jungle, Guncrazed and Xenoball right there, both of them with the red buff. They both went and got blue first, now both of them have red. This ward doing a nice job of keeping track of Warwick's movements and giving vision of that crucial dragon area. So right now it looks like middle lane has gone back to base. We'll take a look at that in a minute. QQ and Asheroth still... Oh, it looks like Asheroth has gone back to base. He has more items than just starting. QQ has not been back to base yet. So let's see. QQ 39 minion kills. Asheroth 13. Oh my goodness. QQ is destroying this top lane. Haven't been able to see too much due to the fact that we don't get any health bars up there. But he is absolutely dominating that top lane. Has already forced Asheroth, the Scion player, to go back to base. And has put him way, way behind right now. All that QQ has to do is go back to base and buy, and he'll just be even stronger. Meanwhile, jungle invasion going on up here. Guncraze running around in the jungle of Kings of Leona, tossing down a ward there for vision. I wonder if he's going to try to find Warwick in the jungle. No, possibly just steal some of his jungle minions, which will put behind the other team's jungler. Meanwhile, Warwick ganking bottom lane. You see him coming down here, but there's a Valkyrie from Dark Cloud's Corki. Going to be able to escape with no real problem, it looks like. And now Guncraze circling around on Asheroth. Scion is in a lot of trouble right here. Guncraze coming down, and here comes Cheesy Fries as well. I don't think there's any way he can get away with this, not with a red buff on Jarvan. Where's that Malzahar ult? And haven't seen it yet. There it is. Asheroth going to try to flash away. Cheesy Fries actually missing the pool plus ult combo up there, but it's not going to be enough for Asheroth to get away, and that is going to be first blood in this match. A nice job of pulling 3 champs, jungler, middle lane, and top lane coming together and drawing first blood there. Anyway, that ward spotted someone heading up to top lane, so there we go. There's the recall on the part of Guncrazed and QQ going back to base, and now Cheesy Fries is going to head down here. Oh, Mexecutinator, there's the flash Tibber stun, but just not enough damage to take down Cheesy Fries. Not enough AP yet, only has the Doran's Ring. Does seem to have AP runes, otherwise Annie wouldn't have 45 ability power at level 7. So does have AP runes of some kind, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Cheesy Fries was able to survive the burst combo. He was at full health. Probably not worth the flash to try to get that kill when at full health. And let's see, 44 minion kills for Cheesy Fries against 35 for Mexecutinator. Is that how you pronounce it? Mexecutinator. A little weird there. So, not going to be enough to get that kill. Meanwhile, taking a look back here at bottom lane, Dark Cloud still has not gone back to base to buy. He's just been farming the whole time. 58 minion kills against 27 for Ashe. Still ahead 2-to-1. So, again, just crushing this lane. And there's the stun coming in right there in Daniel Reptar. Do they have enough burst to get down Ashe? There is the exhaust. And yes, they are going to get that kill. Noob John flashing away. Going to escape there. But a very nice Taric stun into an exhaust from Dark Cloud's Corki. And enough burst to take down the Ashe player on the team of Kings of Leon. So nice play, nicely done there, and that's going to put bottom lane even further ahead on top of everything else. Remember, the Corki player, Dark Cloud, still has not even gone back to base to buy yet, so he did all of that with just a Doran's Blade. You can only imagine how strong he's going to be when he actually goes back to base and purchases some real items, but we'll see that in a minute. Anyway, this bottom lane going really well, top lane going really well as well. QQ has gone for a BF sword as his second item. Wow, I don't know too much about Yorick. I haven't seen him too much, but I don't think that people go for a BF sword very often as their second item on him. But in any case, way ahead, 60 minion kills against only 23 against Astaroth, and this game is not going to end well for Kings of Leona unless something drastic happens. They have already fallen very far behind at this point in time. They're losing both top and bottom very badly. Mid, not so much, but still in trouble. Anyway, now Clairvoyance looks like Gunkrace is going to try to go for this Golem steal here. Going to lose vision there though. So if he plans to smite steal it, they are going to need some more vision. Here comes Funky Butt Lover. Looks like they're going to go for a gank on this Warwick player, Xenoball. Let's see if they're able to pull it off. Let's see, pulling Dark Cloud's Quirky up here as well. And this is why it's always dangerous to go for a buff after you've been Clairvoyance. A lot of burst damage coming in there, and there they go. Dark Cloud going to take the kill on Xenoball. And they're also going to steal the blue buff too. Now, they did get the blue buff on Gunkrace, who already had a blue buff, so that's probably not what they wanted, but still a very nice play nonetheless, taking a kill and a blue. Meanwhile, Executioner walking around over here. There's a vision ward at Dragon. I'm expecting them to go for this Dragon any minute now because they just killed the jungler on the other team. Remember, no spite while that jungler's dead. Oh, right here, Malzahar ult underneath the tower, but Cheesy Fries, oh, there he is, going to clean up the kill with this Ignite. He missed the pool plus ult combo again, so he actually hasn't been comboing very well as Malzahar, but nonetheless still able to get that kill on Executionator's Annie. And with Annie dead and 4 people here down at the Dragon, there's really no way that Kings of Leona can interrupt this. QQ actually does have a teleport as well. He can teleport into this Dragon fight. He can teleport to this ward if necessary. Doesn't look like it's going to be necessary. And Guncrazed is going to slip out there on low HP. But they're going to get this Dragon, no problems, and that will put them further ahead. 4-0 in kills, winning every solo lane, and with Dragon in hand. At this point in time, ButtonMasherz have this game well under their control. We're going to have to wait and see, but unless something drastic happens to change the tide, looks like they're going to get this one. Anyway, there's a stun coming in on Daniel Reptar, initiating right there. Daniel looks like he's going to make it back to the safety of his tower. Dark Cloud was just a little bit slow in following up on that. He was farming minions at the time, so not going to turn into a kill, but you can see just total lane control right here on the part of the ButtonMasherz team. Very little that Daniel Reptar can do. All he can do is really volley at the creeps and just try to do the best he can. Dark Cloud presumably going to get in some poke at this tower. He can probably do 200 or 300 damage to this tower. Daniel Reptar engaging on Funky Butt Lover, not even farming these minions right now, losing out on a lot of farm because of the harass there. So let's just take a look at that score again. 85 minion kills against 39. That is not even close. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that lane, but things going really well for the ButtonMasherz team. Cheesy Fries has picked up Sork Shoes, Double Dorans, and Blasting Wand. He has 68 minion kills against 64, so Executioner not doing that badly. He is behind, but not behind by that much, doing a very similar build on Annie. Double Dorans and Sork Shoes has not had a chance to build the Blasting Wand yet. So Cheesy Fries ahead. If you notice, Executioner actually has more AP due to having AP runes. It looks like AP Quints and AP Glyphs would be my guess. But Guncrazed, double buff, coming over here, potentially looking to engage. Oh, missing on that Annie Tibber stun. Not so good there. Cheesy Fries taking a lot of damage here, though. There's an Asher going through, missing. Is Cheesy Fries going to be able to make it away? There's the Jarvan ult, and down goes Executioner. With Warwick's Bloodstone on, I don't think he can get out of this. And indeed, there it goes. So 1 kill for 1. Probably the best play that Kings of Leona have made thus far in this match, just trading kills 1 for 1. But they're going to need to do a lot more than just trade kills if they want to get back into this match. Meanwhile, up in top lane, Astaroth has gone for Sheen first, which makes sense on Sion, but it's not going to do much to make him tankier. He does only have the bare minimum armor and magic resist, so not going to be very strong particularly. Instead, QQ has the Giant's Belt and BF Sword, a very interesting build, and he's just tearing down this tower right now with no real issue. Same thing going on in bottom lane. Between Dark Cloud and Funky Butt Lover, they're having no trouble just poking away at this tower, and every time Daniel Reptar comes out to fight, he just takes so much damage that Janna Shield not nearly enough to protect him. Anyway, I'm sure that Noob John is trying to max his shield. He does have the Philosopher's Stone, but there's only so much that that's going to do, and this tower looks like it's going down. Tark ult running right now. There it goes. Going to push down this tower and get their first tower of the match, first tower to go down for either side, but that farming edge is really starting to tell. In terms of top lane, I meant to look at that a minute before. QQ 104 minion kills, Astaroth at 40, and you just cannot fall this far behind in farm and expect to keep up. Bad things are going to happen once these solo lanes take all that farm, turn the gold into items, and come back. They're just too much stronger for you to be able to keep up. So the longer this game goes on, the worse it's going to be for Kings of Leona, unless they can start turning this around and getting some more farm. Anyway, great word coverage as well on the part of ButtonMasherz. There's a word here. There's another word over here. You can see Dark Cloud, Funky Butt Lover have now pushed over bottom lane, are getting ready to go to other lanes and gank as well. All they need here is a Malzahar ult, and Corki can Valkyrie in, get another Taric stun. Should be able to burst down the Executioner without any real trouble. Here it is. So I'd expect to see that coming in, or nope, looks like they're just going to go for the tower instead, not go for the kill. Executioner just having to back up, give up this tower. Meanwhile, Guncrazed and QQ took down top tower while it was going on, are now just running around with reckless abandon in the enemy team's jungle. They don't care that the enemy team knows that they're there. They're saying, yeah, there's a clairvoyance, but we don't care. We are not afraid of you guys one bit, because we are so far ahead of the match at this point in time. Everybody for Kings of Leona just grouping up around this mid tower. Guncrazed, absolutely no fear, just stealing the wraiths there, even with the entire enemy team right next door. Obviously not caring one bit that the enemy team is right there. Looks like they're going to take this moment to go ahead, back up, and purchase en masse, and then get ready for some sort of team objective here. Everybody on the base going back, so we'll take a minute to look at the items. Cheesy Fries just holding the lane, using his Malefic Visions to keep pushing it. So let's take a look at what everybody bought, shall we? Funky Wet Lover, double support items, has the Heart of Gold and Philosopher's Stone. Dark Cloud, getting closer to his Trinity Force, now has triple Dorans, has Berserker Greaves, and both a Phage and a Zeal. Very strong items there. Meanwhile, on top lane, we do have an engagement up here. QQ oh wow, that's QQ's Ghost, never mind. Missed out on that. I don't know if QQ's going to be able to get away. There was a kill on Annie down there in bottom lane. Can QQ manage to finish off Xenowall before he himself gets taken down? Don't think he's going to be able to, so no, not able to do that. But there was a kill in middle lane. Not exactly sure how that happened. They did get Executioner and push over that top tower. So trading one kill for one kill. And the ButtonMasherz also getting a tower, probably coming out ahead there since they got the tower. Anyway, Scion's stun on Funky Butt Lover, but he's in no real danger. They have full vision on Noob John's Janna, and they're probably not all that impressed by a level 7 Janna, Hextech skin or not, up there. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Guncrazed still pushing. Let's see, he has finished Wriggles and has a Phage, so I'm not sure what he's going to turn that into. Probably also a Trinity Force on Jarvan. Let's see, already looked at Dark Cloud's items. Cheesy Fries has not been back to base since last we looked there. QQ, I didn't look at what he has. He now has a Bloodthirster and a Giant's Belt. Lost out on any stacks that he had on that Bloodthirster when he died, but I think he just finished it, so I don't think he really lost out on much. Anyway, Xenoball coming forward pretty aggressively. I don't think that this is a good idea. Right there's the Malzahar pool, and yeah, that did not work out. Now, granted, I did have the advantage of knowing that Cheesy Fries was there, but just got caught way too far in front of his team. And with the ButtonMasherz having this much burst, he just went down in seconds. Just stunned inside that Malzahar pool. Taric stun plus Malzahar pool, not a combo you see that often, but a pretty decent one nonetheless. Meanwhile, up here, Guncrazed coming in, using his Cataclysm on Asher Roth, but that feels like an overly aggressive decision, and he's going to get bursted down by Kings of Leona. So not the best play there, particularly not when Dragon just came up. I realized he was trying to finish off a kill on somebody on their team was very low. I think Asher Roth was very low on Kings of Leona, but going in that aggressively, not the best move. At best, he was going to trade one kill for one kill, and when you're ahead, you never want to be trading one for one. With the ButtonMasherz being this far ahead, not the best decision. Anyway, QQ is doing what he should. He's up here in top lane. He does have the teleport. He can teleport into a dragon fight if need be, but just going to keep that lane pushed and then be able to teleport into a fight. Meanwhile, the rest of the team looks like they're going to go for this dragon. A nice job, once again, picking up the vision ward. They can see no vision on the other and on the part of the enemy team. Do not know what's going on at dragon. I'm guessing that they're going to wait for Guncrazed to come up here, and then they're going to make a play for that dragon. More great ward coverage in the jungle here, giving full vision of the whole area around the enemy team's blue. Anyway, QQ engaging with Asher Roth has popped his ultimate. Is he going to be able to finish off this kill before the rest of the team comes to kill him? No, looks like he's not going to be able to. Flashing out there, so had to burn his flash. But while the rest of the Kings of Leona are up there, the ButtonMasherz are cleaning up this dragon, going to take this with no opposition and get that much further ahead. So taking their second dragon of the match, and a very nice play. If they had come to fight down there, QQ could have burned his teleport. No teleports on the enemy team, no globals, except for Ash Arrow, if you count that, which I'm not sure that it really should count. Anyway, looks like they have taken the blue and left one little lizard just to screw with the enemy team. So Godspeed, little lizard. Doing a nice job there. Anyway, QQ running around, distracting the enemy team. It might look like he's noobing it up here, but this actually does serve a very real purpose. While they're killing him, the rest of the ButtonMasherz team is going to push over this bottom tower. The entire enemy team up here. Again, maybe not the best play, but nonetheless, there is a logic to what he's doing there. He's trying to split push in that top lane. He ended up getting caught there. So going to trade 1 kill for 1 kill and potentially get this tower. We'll have to see. Did see the Asher coming out. Looks like the Asher was fired from Fountain. But here comes 4 heroes here with that Taurik ultimate running. Going to be able to take down this tower very fast. I'd expect them to get this. Meanwhile, Kings of Leona doing the same thing up in top lane. Looks like they're going to get this top tower. And we've just sort of traded a tower for a tower on both sides there, and also trading a kill for a kill. So overall, relatively even exchange by both teams. Not all that much to say. Meanwhile, the rest of ButtonMasherz teleporting back to base. They may be setting a trap here if they can get a stun on Daniel Reptar's Ashe, but nope, doesn't look like it. Just going to head back to base. Meanwhile, over here, clairvoyancing the blue, trying to make sure that their blue buff gets protected. They don't want to give that up to the enemy team. One thing that ButtonMasherz have been doing very nicely in this tournament is controlling both their blue and the enemy team's blue buff, not giving up their own blue, stealing the enemy team's blue over and over again. I think that they've already stolen the enemy team's blue twice in this game, just from what I've been seeing. Anyway, want to make sure that they give that to Cheesy Fries. Blue buff very strong on Malzahar, just allowing him to continuously combo people with his spells over and over again. Dark Cloud picking up the red buff. Let's see. Dark Cloud has now finished his Trinity Force. Wow, so he has triple Dorans, Berserker Greaves, and the Trinity Force, and we're not at the 20-minute mark yet. That is pretty bad news for Kings of Leona. Anyway, here comes a teleport in, and it looks like they're going to counter-gank this, and this is looking really bad for Kings of Leona. Xenoball going to use his ult, but I don't think he's going to make it out there. Dark Cloud taking a ton of damage in, but he is going to survive there. And there's the Malzahar ult on Executionator. I think they got a kill up here as well. So, nope, just the 2 kills, but there we go. Going in on Asheroth. Is Noob John going to be able to save him? I don't know if we already saw Janna ult or not. If he hasn't used the Janna ult, now would be a good time. Nope, not going to be enough, and QQ is going to get the kill. So that's 3 for 0. They almost were able to kill Dark Cloud, but not enough. Meanwhile, Daniel Reptar down in bottom lane, not in this fight. There's the Janna ult. Should have used that sooner, I have to say. In the middle of that team fight, using the Janna ult probably would have been more useful during the fight. But in any case, going to pop it now, and there's really nothing here to stop the ButtonMasherz. They probably can get the inhib off of this. Daniel Reptar's Ashe will be recalling, I'd expect, but don't think that he's going to get there. Well, anyway, I guess we're early enough in the match that the death timers are low. Oh, Xenoball just blowing up instantly to the entire ButtonMasherz team, standing absolutely no chance whatsoever. Died almost before I even realized he was on the scene, and down he goes. So they're not going to get inhib, but they are going to score another kill in middle lane. Xenoball has just been very, very aggressive, overly aggressive, I'd have to say. He's just caught in front of the team over and over again and just dying pretty much instantly. Anyway, ButtonMasherz probably should go back to base and just heal up, but looks like they might stick around to push this tower. I feel like they should probably just go back and buy, convert the gold that they just got on that last push into items, and yeah, looks like that's what they're going to do now. Seems everybody's recalling. They're in a really strong position. Look at this farm, 135, 154, 156, 104. Only one person over 100 on Kings of Leona, and that's Executionator. Everybody else very, very far behind. Poor Asheroth only has 75 minion kills at the 21 minion mark, and that was somebody who was in a solo lane. So if they can catch him here, yep, there's the Malzahar ult. Here comes the Taurik stun, but there's only 2 members of ButtonMasherz here, and Funky Butt Lover is in a lot of trouble, going to get engaged on by the entire team. Can he get out of this? Oh, so low. And yes, they actually are going to get a kill here. Gun Craze now taking a ton of damage. Is he going to be able to get out? No, not going to be able to. Funky Butt Lover, can he save this Oracle on himself? There's the stun on Xenoball, and now Xenoball taking a ton of damage as well. Down he goes. Down goes Executionator. Just Noob John and Daniel Reptar still up. So that's going to be a free inhib for the ButtonMasherz there. I feel like that was actually a bad fight. I don't even think that they really should have been engaging there. It was a 5-on-2 on the initial engage, but nonetheless, ButtonMasherz just so far ahead that they're going to be able to take this inhib nonetheless. There's the stun coming in on Noob John, and boom! There's the burst, just going down instantly. Meanwhile, that's going to be enough to take down this inhibitor. The death timers are still relatively short because we're only at the 23-minute mark. We're not very far into this game whatsoever. People talking about surrendering. We'll see if that happens, but I can't imagine that this game's going to go on too long, even without a surrender. Everybody just dying instantly. Xenoball just gets caught with a Taurik stun, and he's just dead in less than a second once the entire team engages on him. Almost feeling like a co-op versus AI game here at the end, just because the ButtonMasherz are so far ahead. Anyway, right now, I don't know if they're going to try to push over the Nexus turrets right here, or if they're going to back out, maybe go for Baron. I guess we'll wait and see, but Cheesy Fries trying to recall in full view of the enemy team. Don't know if he's doing that to try to mess with them or not. Anyway, there's the Ash Arrow initiation going in on Dark Cloud right here. Executionator getting killed by Jarvan. Daniel Reptar trapped inside the Cataclysm ultimate. There's a Janna ult, but it's not a good one. You didn't really push anybody back on the part of the ButtonMasherz, and that's another 2 members of Kings of Leona that are dead. Excuse me. Not just a game that hasn't gone very well at this point. So far behind, nothing they can do. Somehow, Funky Butt Lover managed to survive every fight and keep that Oracle intact. Doesn't really even matter now. Just tearing down the 2 Nexus turrets. They probably should have taken down 1 Nexus first and concentrated on that, but in any case, I think this is going to be it. This looks like the end of the game right here. Noob John running out to try to engage, but not going to be enough, and that's going to be it. So after the first 2 games were very tightly contested, very close, this one was really just kind of a laugher. ButtonMasherz taking control early and just absolutely steamrolling their opponent. Anyway, we'll wrap it up and look at the stats. Here are the final numbers from the game. This was one that just got out of hand during the laning phase. The ButtonMasherz won every one of the lanes. They won the top lane. They won the bottom lane. They weren't quite as dominant in the middle lane, but Cheesy Fries, I would have to say, did win that lane as well. The farming stats tell the whole story here. You can just see 145, 164, 160 up against 126, 99, and 76. It's very obvious that the ButtonMasherz just completely and utterly outfarmed Kings of Leona in this game. In a competitive tournament game, you simply can't fall that far behind on the farming stats, or the other side will just get better items and they'll completely snowball you out of the game. Let's look at the difference between Dark Cloud's Corki and Daniel Reptar's Ashe, just as a good example, because those are the 2 AD carries, attack damage carries on both sides. Daniel Reptar's Ashe has 2 Doran's Blades, he has Berserker Greaves, and he has 2/3 of an Infinity Edge right there. Meanwhile, Dark Cloud has double Doran Blades, also has Berserker Greaves, but he's finished his Trinity Force, and he already has another BF sword towards another item, probably a Black Cleaver, or potentially a Bloodthirster, depending on what he's going for. So he is about 3,000 gold ahead of what Daniel Reptar has, in addition to being a level ahead as well. So that's the sort of advantage that the ButtonMasherz just had across the board in this game, from out-farming the enemy team so much. And at that point, it's pretty easy to win the game and win the team fights once you're just that far ahead in terms of itemization. So anyway, kudos to the ButtonMasherz for taking this game. This was a victory in the quarterfinals of the Go for Lao Cup number 20. That means that they move on to the semi-final match, and we should have that up soon on this same channel here on the ButtonMasherz. So stick around if you want to continue watching their progress through this tournament. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this match. Consider subscribing to this channel if you will. Until next time, good luck, have fun, and don't be a feeder.